Hey, Sean from Northkin Miniature Gaming. How's it going, guys? So for today, my first video, I'm looking at doing a review for a piece of terrain that I picked up today at Meeple Mart in Toronto. So today I went out and picked up a forge platform from the Industrial Mechanicum Sector line from Tabletop Scenics, this piece right here. So I grabbed that from downtown. I was thinking about working with some MDF based terrain because I've largely worked with the Citadel miniature lines, so a lot of the Games Workshop stuff, and wanted to see how the MDF stuff would hold up. It's very inexpensive. On a web page, it looks good, so I wanted to see how it would hold up to say a good GW piece. So I picked it up today, and I figured I'd give you guys a heads up in 411 on how this stuff looks. I didn't do an unboxing because I wanted to get right into it when I got home. So it took me about, I'd say about 2.5 hours to put together, on and off. So I've got 2 kids. I had to put them into bed, blah, blah, blah. But it's now about 9:30. I completed this about maybe 20 minutes ago. And after several takes of this video, trying to get it right for my very first YouTube video, I figured I would get cracking on this. So this piece is actually, it could technically be 2 segments. So we have this piece here, which comes with a great little stairwell, which I think is really, really fascinating because it has the way that it's slotted in the stairs, it has a perfect fit for a 28 mil base. So for those Necromunda players out there or any other GW game who wants to utilize this stuff for their Underhive or Sector Mechanicus stuff, they may have a win in just being able to climb stairs with them, especially for those slow Goliath miniature speed 4 characters who, tend to be slow on the best of days. It looks really good. It looks fantastic. Like, look at the detail here. You got some nice grilling in here. It's got a nice finish here. I mean, of course, you can see the lines because, it's MDF, right? But it feels sturdy after using, a good amount of glue to brush everything up and fit everything in place. I found that a good strategy for gluing these was, once you've got them glued in place, you take so first off, I should mention, all of this was done with PVA glue. I didn't have to rely on any cyan or acrylate or super glue for this. This was just good old hobby craft glue. Pick up from the dollar store. You don't need to spend any extra money on this. $2 bottle of glue will be more than enough for this. So, when I put this together, this was probably one of the more difficult parts of this. And the reason why is because none of these pieces are snug fit. They're kind of loose. They're, when you put them in, they'll flop around a little. So you kind of have to play with it. And this is one of the drawbacks that I found about this. But once you've kind of got them glued in, you've got them in place, and you give them just enough play to be able to move them around when they've firmed up just enough to be able to stay in place, you can sink it. You can put this piece in, glue it up, and you're done. What I did afterwards was I just took a little brush with some PVA on it and just went along the side here and here, just to kind of seal it up and give it a nice little bit of tack, and almost like a stick filler, I guess, for lack of a better term. Okay, so this is the platform base for one segment. Got a nice little bit of detail on the top. The panels here have some nice grilling in them. The way that these are put together, they're layered, so the second layer on the inside gives it a little more depth, which I think is really cool. And then the second part of this kit is this here. Now, what I really dig about this kit is that actually everything from this line, it's designed to be modular. So, while I've put this together as, 2 pieces with 2 sets of stairs, I can do it as one piece with a single set of stairs, like this. Well, not so much like that, but if I did it like this, and it sits down like that, and then, if I wanted to put this stairwell on the other side, I could. You get a lot of functionality out of this, which I think is something you don't really get from a lot of tabletop. You can't really see, I have to, but yeah, like you could do this or that, or like that. I could do the same with this. This is cool because it's got a nice little internal stairwell, which the spacing also accommodates the 28-foot base, which is excellent. Yeah, these are really good for narrative play. The only so the major drawbacks that I had with this though were there's a lot of holes to punch out of it. Every single one of these pieces is a laser etched panel with a whole bunch of these pieces and set into it, and of course they don't pop any of these things out. These are all solid pieces with just fatigue on them that you have to pop out. That can be a little tedious, but I mean, if you've got the patience, if you've got nothing to do on a Sunday night, you want to watch the game or you want to watch The Simpsons, it's not a bad way of kind of, killing the time, right? The other thing I didn't really like was the instructions. So the instructions are really, they're not really detailed. They don't give you a lot of specifications. They tell you, I guess, just enough for you to be able to kind of figure it out on your own. They don't, I mean, IKEA furniture is more detailed than this, but I mean, I was able to finish it. This was my first piece, so I mean, this is probably going to be the roughest go I have with this sort of stuff. So future pieces that I put together for my Necromunda board, my Warcry boards, Frostgrave or Kill Team or anything like that, these will all go together a little bit better. Practice makes perfect, right? So but this, it looks great. It's fantastic. I'm definitely going to be leveraging more of this stuff because the other thing that made this very attractive was its price point. So this entire piece that you see here, all four components, was $22.50 at Meeple Mart, downtown Toronto. So any other place that carries it, well, Meeple Mart's kind of got a bit of a downward trend on its pricing, so you're probably going to pay like $25. So comparatively speaking, a piece that's about this size with with elevation to it would probably usually go for something like $50 or $60 from Games Workshop. Again, now mind you, their stuff is plastic and they've got more extrusions, more detail, but I mean, for the price point, you can't really go wrong. This stuff is great. The only challenge will be to see how well it holds up to priming and painting. I'll be curious to see how well this detail holds up to a primer. Will it fill? Will the primer sink in? Will the detail still show once the priming stage is done? Who knows? We'll see. We'll probably see another video on that later on. But yeah, all in all, if you're looking for a cheap way of putting together a nice multi-leveled small skirmish style gaming table, 3x3, 2x2 or whatnot, it's not a bad way to go. Now this company does a couple of different theme lines as well. So they've got the Industrial Mechanicum set, which is again more for Necromunda. They also have a Gothic Citadel line, which really plays to Malifaux. If you want to do custom scenarios for Warcry, it's a good option for that. They also have a couple of other ones, which is they escape my mind right now. But separate from this categorization of lines, I believe they also have a set that does work for Infinity, so it has like a very neo-futuristic look to it as well. So yeah, that's my review of the Forge platform from the Industrial Mechanicum Sector line from Tabletop Scenics. And again, I think this is like a subsidiary line from Kromlech Gaming Materials. Check it out. Go to tabletopscenics.com. Check out their stuff. They got a really good selection to choose from. And yeah, and may your dice roll hot, and may the game favor your victories. Have yourselves a great night, and we'll catch you with the next one. Take care.